We're back in the woods today. We're out at Break Country Outfitters out in Eric, Oklahoma. We came in last night, and sure enough, Skylar and your dad Willard went out hunting, and he shot him a buck and actually took your first buck and your first doe of black powder this season. That's always cool, being able to come out and see some young guys that, like me and Cody, like going out and hunt and actually getting their first animal that season. You did get a big buck last year with rifle, right?
Yes.
That's cool, and man, that's a nice 8-point right there.
It is.
Congratulations, bud.
We came out last night and did a little hunting ourselves. Went out this morning, saw some great deer. Cody saw, I think, 6 does last night and a young buck, and I had about 14 on me all throughout the evening, and a nice, probably 2.5, 3-year-old 8-point that probably would have scored 125, and I let him pass just because it was the first night and all, and we're expecting to see some pretty big deer out here. Speaking of big deer, the 17-point was taken last weekend by a hunter that they had out here at Break Country, and hopefully Cody and I can set our eyes on a couple like this here, but I don't know, we'll see how things work out. There's a lot of different ways to hunt out here, spotting, stalking, sitting still, waiting for them to come by, just a lot of different opportunities, but like I said, we went out last night, went out this morning and saw some good deer, and we're getting ready to head out for this evening's hunt. So guys, I'm ready to get back out in the woods. Well, it's the second day we've been hunting out here at Break Country, and second morning, still pretty early. We're glassing the wheat field, coming up into some fingers of trees, and we figured we'd come try this morning and head over to the rough country, what they call the rough country, which is just hills and mesquites and stuff like that. We've been glassing here for probably 15 minutes. There was a lot of deer spotted on this field last night, so we figured we'd come give it a try, see if we could catch them coming off. Saw a lot of deer. We're anticipating a good day today, and turkeys are yelping, crows are getting after it. Seen a couple deer. Let's go check in with Cody and see how things are going on his end of this deal.
As Cole's walking up on a scrape, it's starting to be pre-rut. You know, the buck's starting to move the does around a little bit. That's cool, something nice to see. Show that they're in the area. Walking in, we saw a scrape. Now we see a rub that hopefully a pretty big, nice, dominant buck that's in the area did. And hopefully he'll stay in this area, especially now that the rut's just now starting. Said that the bucks have been kind of pushing the does around a little bit, and hopefully they can come into this field we're looking over. We're going to be sitting up in the mesquite, and this is a great sign to be by. You know, they travel their rub lines quite frequently. So hopefully we can get some in on this evening hunt. It's black powder, and I think it's going to be pretty good. So let's put our blind up and get ready. All right, we're back in the woods today. We're out at Break Country Outfitters, which is out in the Eric Sweetwater area. Right now we're sitting up in our blind, which is in a mesquite patch. Hopefully these deer will come up over this ridge that's right up above us. It's an old field that hasn't really been cultivated in a long time. The deer are still running it. It's black powder right now. Hopefully we can get a nice big buck, you know, 150 class buck. They said they've been starting to chase around the doe, so it's pre-rut. Our guide's gonna try to maybe grunt a little bit for us, and hopefully we can see that nice buck, nice Oklahoma buck. So what we're looking for. And the deal is today is we're sitting back here. The sun's behind us, so it's gonna be great for the camera. The wind's in our face, so they're not gonna catch wind of us coming over this hill. And I'm looking at like a you know, close to 100-yard shot. That'd be great. We're using the Thompson Center Omegas that we picked up at Outdoor Outfitters. We sighted them in at about 100 yards and shot really nice. So hopefully we can work out. But I'm ready. Get ready to put my mask on, start getting quiet, and hopefully it's gonna be a great hunt. They got a lot to offer out here at Break Country. symmetrical. He's not a cold bug. He's gonna be good for the gene pool. Hopefully his daddy will come through though. Came back to the river bottom this morning. We sat here last night and seen just tons of deer. Probably saw 40 head last night. We decided we'd come back and try it again. We had to set up differently because of the sun. You can't really film into the sun, so we had to set up differently. And it's one of those deer still down there because our scent's blowing straight down to them. Charlie's glassing on them right now, looking to see if there's any bugs in the group. And you never know, we may end up taking a doe this morning. We're just gonna wait and see, play it out. This is the last day, the morning hunt. And the morning hunts are good, but the evening hunt is where it's at. Cody is again down in the break country. They've set up on like a rock cliff type thing, looking down in the bottoms, glassing that out. Hopefully they've had a big bug come across them this morning. Let's go check in with him and see what they've seen. think I shot under him.
Yeah, I think you did too.
That was a big buck.
He was big.
Well, that's what they got out here at Break Country. Not necessarily the ones you want to miss, but
Yeah. It's starting to rain a little bit. We might ought to go down
there and check
the
just in
blood,
case.
Make sure you did miss him. I'm pretty sure you shot under him. It's about 125 yards.
yeah, pretty far with the muzzleloader.
Yeah, but we better go down and check the blood.
All right, let's head down there.
All right.
He had been standing around here. He's kind of behind these bushes. Right?
See the tracks there.
Yeah. Let's stand.
There's where he turned around.
Yeah.
I don't see no blood.
I don't either. No blood.
I don't see no blood.
Yeah, we watched the video and
Clean mess.
yeah.
You could tell on tape that you look like
Yeah,
you
he
shot
didn't look
under.
like he had been crippled or nothing.
Yeah.
So I think we let him go and
Maybe
get hooked up with some
during
doe.
rifle season.
Rifle or maybe this evening. He was running that
Yeah.
doe pretty hard, so
Yeah.
maybe he's
He was more worried about the doe where the shot came
Yeah.
from. So
wow.
we can go maybe get on a turkey.
Yeah, that's right. It's November, so fall turkey season. Rifles open, so we can go out, maybe hook up on some turkeys. We've seen a bunch of toms out here, some big ones, big beards. So yeah, maybe go get it, Tom, and
We'll try to get one this evening.
try to go get the big buck, or maybe even shoot a doe.
Yeah.
Take a doe off this
Yeah,
evening.
at least take you some meat home anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head back to camp.
All right, let's do it.
And head out.
Was the last hunt for this weekend and Sunday evening. We went out this morning and sat on the riverbed again. Saw 8 or 9 deer and went back in, got something to eat. We're back out in the field now. We've been here for a couple hours. The deer started moving out on the field. We had 4 on us a minute ago, and we had 2 spikes and 2 does. One of the does may have been in heat, because when that first spike came out, he was chasing around. What was cool was that second spike came out, and that first one, he was a little bigger. He started chasing him around and stuff. You could tell he had his ears pinned back, and he was ready to fight, ready to rumble. But that little spike, he didn't want none. He ended up chasing that little doe off into the woods, and the bigger doe and the bigger spike followed him. So now we're sitting on an empty field just waiting for the others to come out. If it's anything like it was the other night, we're going to be covered in deer. And hopefully see that same big buck that we saw. Cody is he had a good hunt this morning. They saw a really big buck. He got a shot at it, shot right in front of it. We brought the camera back to camp and back to the cabin, and we're sitting there watching it. It was a big buck, but that's how hunting goes sometimes. About a 125-yard shot, and yeah,
There's a bigger one coming up to the right. Here we take him. That was cool. We were walking, actually going to the stand, and we were actually walking up to the stand, and we saw a spike stand up in the mesquite, and started grunting, and he was kind of putting along, and actually a larger buck came out. Earlier today, I'd taken a shot at a very nice buck, and this is the last hunt of the evening, so I really didn't have a lot of time to just pass up a buck like that. He's not nearly as big as the big one I saw earlier today, but he's a good mature buck. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. That was awesome.
As you see, that was Cody's hunt that we just came out of, and we just found my deer. He pretty much dropped right in his tracks.
He dropped dead in his tracks. Good neck shot on him there.
Yeah, he wasn't standing that perfectly broadside, but you know, it's pretty cool. You know, we were walking up, getting ready to go to the stand. It's pretty early on in the afternoon still.
Yeah, it's not even probably 2:30.
Yeah. And Don had the shears. We were gonna cut down probably some mesquite and kind of just set up a blind.
Yeah, we're gonna make a ground blind.
And hopefully a buck would come out, and we were grunting that little one in, and sure enough, this guy came out, and you know, he's a nice 7-point, nice buck. We saw a fantastic buck this morning.
Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of hard to go from a buck like that to this one, but one thing you got to remember is, you know, even this is a trophy, especially with black powder, it's a little more difficult than just rifle. And you know,
right.
not everybody can take a 160 class buck.
Yeah, that's right.
And to have him still running around, and you know, he's just a perfect 8-point, very tall, very wide, and his genetics are still out here, so that's pretty good. Had to have him out here making some kids.
Yep.
So
just kind of goes to show when you're walking into your blind, you better be on the alert.
yeah, that's right. And I'm glad I had the grunt call with me, because
yeah,
we were kind of looking around the truck, and Don said, "Here, you know, take this while you're walking in." And as we came up, we saw that spike, and you know, it's smart to be alert while you're walking in, because a lot of people could have just walked past that spike, and we saw him kind of got on the side of the trail, and I kind of grunted just playing around. I didn't really think there was going to be another buck with him, and then this guy popped around the corner, and you know, usually I might pass up a buck like this, but being the last day of black powder season in Oklahoma, and you know, he's a 7-point, but he's not really a typical, not really a.
That's right. He might be one you want to take out.
Yeah,
anyway.
almost like a cull buck, and that's one important thing. You want to have great genetics, but I think we're going to get him dressed out, and you know, we still have time in the day.
Got time to go get us a doe.
Maybe go take a doe, and that's always smart to harvest a doe, so that buck to doe ratio, it needs some work here in Oklahoma. But Don, thanks.
You bet, man.
That was sweet.
I enjoyed it.
That was cool, even though he's not the man. That was cool. Always cool being able to grunt in a buck, get him to be curious, stuff like that. Take a good shot on him, good ethical shot. He probably didn't go but a yard.
Yeah. He took one step and dropped.
All right, well, let's get him gutted out.
All right, sounds
Thank
good,
you.
man.
All right. We had a great time out here this weekend, last black powder at Break Country Outfitters. Don, thank you for taking me out. We had an exciting hunt.
Yeah.
Saw some really great animals, turkeys, saw a couple coyotes and some really nice whitetail, and I ended up taking a 7-point. Tried to take a doe this evening, but didn't really work out. Let a small one pass so she could mature and, you know, breed. But had a great time. Not only did we, you know, do like some stalk hunt, got up on the ridges and glassed, and also we hunted in the stand this evening. And that's always pretty cool, being able to be diverse and go out and hunt any way you want to. And that's a good thing out here at Break Country. And y'all also offer other types of hunts. You know, I think we might try to come back and do a spring turkey hunt. And we saw some great gobblers, maybe even a predator show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just in time. Yeah, we saw some really nice coyotes, and that's always a good thing. But we just want to thank y'all for letting us come out. Every time we come out, we did a dove show.
early on this year and just had a great time. Every time we come out, the hospitality is wonderful, and we always have fun with y'all guys, so
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
It's a good time out here at Break Country. I got to hunt with Bubba and Peanut, or Charlie. You'll hear him referred to as Peanut throughout the show. But we had a good time. We hunted a lot of cool-looking areas. The first night we got here, me and my cameraman were covered up with deer and saw a good buck. And then throughout the weekend, we hunted river bottoms and other areas, which is really good scenery and all. This last evening, we went out back to the same place, trying to find that big buck. And it just figures that you go out and you just know that big buck's going to show up the last day and try every other spot. And things didn't work out for me. I took a shot real late at a doe, and I think I missed her, so that's a miss for me. And that's how things work out sometimes. But hope you enjoyed today's show. Let's hit the water.